H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And guess what I'm doing? I'm making sure I have shared everything before I come on the show because you can't share it until it's live. You got to make sure it's live and then you share it. So I have a feed just like y'all having a feed from y'all have different kind of feeds. I ain't got it set up the way I want to yet, but I'm getting there. But let's see what else I got for you. I let me see. Oh yeah, it's Women Rock Wednesday. My favorite day of the week. It's Women Rock Wednesday. Women rock every day on this show, but on Wednesday they really, really rock. I'm trying to get my stuff ready, and some things. Shout out, young man called me this morning. Man, he know who he is. I don't want to put him out there like that, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. He called me this morning. Said, "Mr. Hatter, what he say?" He said, "Hold up. Good morning, man. Hold up. See, this is what I like, y'all. Sometimes y'all, I'm human." He said. He said, "May have a great show today." He didn't have to do that. Yo, the man did not have to wake up his time in the morning and text me and say, "Have a great show today." Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I asked him, I said, wait, anything I need to cover out there? Anything happen? I'm thinking something. I'm thinking of something that happened in Houston. Y'all share the show. Where y'all at? Oh, this Women Rock Wednesday. Where my women at? They late as hell today. Hold up, women, y'all taking this thing too far. Let me make sure. Y'all taking this thing too far being late now. We don't mind you being late because come on now. Let me look. This y'all day. Y'all, hold up, man. Let me keep looking. I'll keep looking. I don't see them. I don't see no where my girls at. I'm looking at hold on. Let me get back out of here and go back in here. Where my women at? Hey, okay, Sylvia. Okay, Sylvia. Sylvia, you great enough to make up 5 women, so I'm gonna start the show because you that great. But when somebody do a show for y'all, should you show up? Fellas, I'm gonna let y'all come in today. Cause fellas, I know y'all always there. But fellas, fellas. And if you can't call, hold up. And if you can't get on, text and tag and tell some of your girlfriends to get on for you. Girl, I'm gonna be on that late today. I need you to just get on here. Hold up, y'all. I'm just going through my stuff. Y'all know I'm going through my stuff. I'm just trying to see. Just trying to see, man, what's going on. Where my women at? Aaron. Well, I'm finna start talking to my guy, Johnny Arnett. Johnny Arnett, Sylvia's an accent too much. Sylvia, you ain't been on this long. Where my women at? Man, I'm just looking. I'm just going through. Y'all know how I am. I care about y'all because I got a message for y'all. Because these guys ain't going to give it to me like that. I love them, but they like me. I need answers today. I don't need. I mean, I got more questions than I got answers today. I need answers today, so I need the women. So, see, I keep seeing this kind of stuff. You know, people keep texting me about this and that and that, this and that. Yes, yes, yes. Let me call. Let me call. You know what? You know what? I can't wait. I can't wait, y'all. I got too much to get out. It's got breaking news about women. The WNBA has announced they will add a 15th franchise returning to Portland, Oregon. They're set to begin play in 2026. I know what they had 12. Then I know they had 12 at first. They got 12 now. So I know they got Golden State got a team. Who is the other team? And then the 15th is going to be Portland. I missed the other team. I must have missed it. I missed it. You know, maybe if I go here, they'll tell me. Hold up. Maybe if I hold up. You looking for me, Chop Shop? Yeah, I'm looking for you, Tanya. Oh no, just thank God y'all got Miss Sylvia. Cause y'all know I thank God for Miss Sylvia. But I want to see something right quite quick, y'all. I want to see something. Cause we talking about the WNBA, and let me see that they give me that information. Cause I'm talking about the teams that they expanded to. Y'all know if it's on this phone, I can't see it. Where my glasses? Oh, somebody knocked my glasses off, man. Good God. They somewhere too, y'all. I just had them. I'm trying to see where did they're gonna talk about. I'm talking about the WNBA. I know they're gonna have one in Oakland. I mean in San Francisco, called the Valkyries. Oh, Toronto. Okay, Toronto. That's what I hate to have I think it's Toronto. I think that's what they said in there. I don't know, y'all. I'm serious, y'all. I'm kind of pissed off because I had my glasses not too long ago, and I want to get up and go find them, but I just don't want to leave. Maybe if I go on a break, I'll find it. But ladies and gentlemen, senior writer, senior NBA insider, Woj, Adrian Wojnarowski has agreed to become the general manager of the men's basketball program at St. Bonaventure. He loves St. Bonaventure. Let me let y'all know that he loved that. That's the school he graduated from. He's been loving that school. I mean, I heard Greenie say, when St. Bonaventure is playing or doing something, Woj is watching that. He ain't thinking about nothing else. He gonna become there. The role includes name, image, and likeness allocation, recruiting, and supporting successful Bonnie's coach Mark Smith. So he gonna support the. We'll talk about it a little bit later in the show. He gonna support I think it's the basketball program because they only mentioned one coach. But it's that's unique. That's unique. He's the insider, the NBA insider. I guess Sean's been whooping up on him. In case you're wondering, I got some young men behind me today. I saw this and I couldn't put the whole post. Yeah, let me put it up there. This is where I got it from, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a visual of my young men right here. Watch it. I kind of like this one. Watch it. Let me make it bigger. Hold up. No, hold up. That's the wrong one. He said less rappers and more businessmen. That's what he said. Less rappers and more businessmen. That's what that means. I just got to I don't know how I cut the other part of it off. But less rappers. Y'all, we need less rappers and more business owners. That's it. Less rappers and more business owners. You know I got to put it up on the screen. I can't. That's an incomplete. I don't like to have incompletes. Let me put them boys up on the screen. What are you talking about, Denver? I ain't seen. Hey. Your math. Look at your math. If this the 15th team, that is Moody. If this the 15th team, they already had 12. Golden State got one already. The Valkyries. How you talking about Denver and Nashville, Miami and Toronto? I'm just asking for a friend. But That's the little boys. That was the inspiration behind. We do need less rappers and more business owners. We do. Hatter. I vaguely read the three greatest. Read that the three greatest of the WNBA, Supes, Cooper, Thompson, are still not respectively honored by the WNBA. What's your opinion? I don't know what you're talking about, Johnny. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. You can't mention the WNBA without talking about Swoops, Cooper, Cynthia Cooper, and Tina Thompson. I don't know what you're talking about. Explain that with me. Hey, Terry Smith. Y'all, let me just show y'all what Johnny Arnett put up there. He's talking about his Women Rock wins, and I don't even understand what you're talking about. It's Women Rock wins. The Hatter. I vaguely read. First of all, you shouldn't have vaguely read. That's number one. That's number one. Were the three greatest of the WNBA. Y'all, that's what. Hey, please don't vaguely read, ladies and gentlemen. Read. Please read. Johnny Arnett helping us out today. The great. Where you get it from? I keep telling y'all everything y'all read now. Y'all read too much about stuff. I don't understand. There are a W expansion in 28, which includes the following teams I mentioned. We ain't talking about that. We talking about the 15 team. We ain't talking about them teams in 28. That is moody. That is moody. Come on now. Come on now. Eric Boone, what's up, boy? Y'all help me. When I think about the WNBA, me, Johnny, I don't care about what the WNBA doing. I can't think about them folks won 4 straight championships. Ain't nobody did that. So I just don't understand that when that was a little bit, I don't understand. That one. And this lady, I saw this tweet today, and this lady said, you can tweet all you want to. I don't care. I really don't give a SHIT. But stop coming on my page if you don't like Vice President Harris and Governor Walz. She said, I don't argue with strangers on the internet. I just going to block you without saying a word. Y'all always parachute into our comments being annoying SF. Anthony Ship. She said, tweet all you want to. I don't care. I really don't give a SHIT. She said, but stop coming on my page. I ain't never said that on that show, on this show. But it really annoys me when people come on here and got something to say slick. I don't mind you having a but don't, if you don't like VP Harrison, and you know I like him, you don't have to say nothing on this show. It's okay. We can talk about something else. But on this show, no, not on this one. But let's go. Mark Evans, Shoops, Thompson, Coops are probably the greatest big three to ever play in the WNBA. But maybe Johnny Arnett, go back and do that. Johnny, first of all, I wouldn't even do no research on that. Okay? I'm finna give you the researches right now. Those are the 3 baddest things that ever, it wouldn't be no WNBA without them. Everybody else is riding on their shoulders. So I don't care where you get your research from. And you worry about what the WNBA doing? No, we need to worry about, are we centering them? Are we doing like Robert Hatter saying them the 3 greatest players ever? We keep worried about what other people all the time. Y'all look what they say. Who is they? Y'all, we know what they say. I vaguely read what they say. We always worried about what they think. What do you think? I told you there's two structures going on out there. They got a governance structure, how we see each other, Johnny Arnett, and a social structure, how they see us. The WNB, the A ain't owned by us. It's owned by them. So they don't have to center us. We centered us. If you know what I'm centered, that means we concentrate on us. We focus on us. Y'all got me? You understand me? And I'm just watching Kamala Harris on the ABJ, you know, the National Association of Black Journalists. She came back and did something. They invited that damn fool, and he made a mockery of it. She came back and did an interview with him. I think it went 45, almost an hour. And I want y'all to understand. Y'all listen to this. When she says something pro-black, the Republicans can use this to convince white folks that she can't be trusted. Y'all got to hear this. And when she says something less pro-black, the same Republicans, they get the black people to criticize her for not doing more. Let me repeat that again, because some of y'all got friends that do this all the time. Kamala Harris, she faced a unique challenge. Y'all, she's trying to get elected. She ain't got time to pander to your little ass right now. She's trying to get elected. She got a significant challenge here. When she says something that's pro-black, the Republicans use this to convince other white people that she can't be trusted. Can you hear me? And when she says something less pro-black, they get black people, like some of y'all friends, to criticize her for not doing more. Like, we on here worried about whether the WNBA vaguely read what did he say? Hold up, y'all. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. What did he say? I vaguely read the three greatest of the WNBA, Swoops, Thompson, are still not respectively honored by the WNBA. What's my opinion? I think it's a lie. I don't worry about whether they are honored by the They in the Hall of Fame. They got the highest honor ever. What do you want the WNBA to do? What do you want? You're right. You should want me to move on that one. And all you football players. Somebody send me a message. All you football players, high school football players. Let me let y'all understand this too. And basketball. You can apply this in basketball. College football, college basketball is a big business. If you really want a scholarship, you better go to school. You better do your work. You better practice and play like you want one every single day. I'm telling you, prima donna ass parents, you prima donna with these prima donna ass kids that you think their kid is better than he is. And I'm telling you, I've been doing this for 30 years. And if your son that damn good, I tell you he that damn good. But it ain't no good if just me and you think he that good, because we don't make no decisions. You and I don't have a team to put him on. I ain't got a team to put him on. All I keep telling you, just make sure you're good enough. So if you really want a scholarship out here, with all this crying and pandering, and I got to go to this camp, I got to go to this camp, I got to go to this. He didn't put me on the right team. He didn't do this here. Coaches came to my school, and the coach put me on the wrong team. And the college coaches came to see, want to make me look bad. Coach ain't trying to make your little black ass look bad. Get sick and tired. Shout out to Xavier. I mean, Montana Wheeler. I think he committed to Bradley University, and shout out to him. But little guard went and got it out the mud. It ain't how tall you are. It ain't how tall you are. You got to go and you got to go take it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting sick. And guess what? Shout out, partner man called me this morning. Call me yesterday. Call me last night. And I don't know if he expect to get a sermon out of me. But he asked me a question. And y'all, it's a privilege, man. Because he be telling me stuff I be doing on this show. And y'all, I'm telling you, it just happens organically. I don't try. And he just tell how I transition to one thing into another. He's talking about how seamless it is. And I don't think it's seamless, but he thought it was. But he asked me a question. He said, what have you learned recently? What have you learned recently? But my grandson in the background, he don't care. What have you learned recently that you think I might not know and I need to know? That was powerful. That's a powerful. He had that much respect for me and asking me that. I've been thinking about that all night. But now, at first I said, man, I just can't tell you. And we just kept talking. And then I wound up getting him a sermon. I wind up communicating life to him. I wind up just talking to him about, what happens is, you just can't, on demand, I just can't come and say, well, this is what I learned today. And I can tell you. What I did, I just kept talking, and I just kept talking, and then it came out. And like yesterday, some stuff happened yesterday. I'll give you some facts about Kamala Harris yesterday. But I want us to have some interest. Y'all need to share this show. This kind of hard now. This one. I have something interesting conversation we need to talk about today. So I wish you can text tag and tell somebody today. I have way more questions, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, than I do have answers. And I want to let y'all know that. Hey, son, Chris O'Neal, boy, you tune. You've been gone for a while. You done tune in for a good one today. But I need some. It's Women Rock Wednesday, y'all. I need Chris O'Neal. Please text, tag, and tell somebody, man, get on this shop right now. Because I need some help today. I don't need y'all sitting over there talking about. Remember, I said I got more questions than I have answers today. The questions that I have has been triggered by recent events. Okay? And the answers are, I think our answers that society has been seeking for a long time. When y'all give me these answers, I think these answers, I hope y'all able to give me some answers. I'm going to talk to you. Chris, I do my best, Chris, to embody the tradition of Black Talk Radio. Because that's how I got started. We were at the radio station at first. Joe Madison is my hero. Karen Hunter is my hero. The tradition is going to matter a lot today. I'm predicting that some of you are going to be in your feelings today. I'm predicting that. Many of you feel like your toes might be stepped on today. Okay? None of this is intentional. But if it is true, then the truth that we are going to sit in today. In the black radio tradition, we have to have difficult conversations about this world and how it got so messy when it comes to summer basketball, high school basketball, the issues of race, gender, culture, identity, politics, and the law. We talk about this because the Chop Shop is just not a sports talk show. It was derived by guys being in the barber shop. That's why you call chopping it up. That's why we call it the Chop Shop. Chopping it up in the barber shop. We talk about everything, and the conversations are necessary because it helps us be better people and it allows us to have better communities. And as a result, we empower to shape a better world. That's why I got so annoyed by somebody coming on this feed and talking crazy to me, and all I'm trying to do is make the community better. Just because I'm not talking about your summer program and your summer program that day, you get mad because I'm talking positive about another, and you wants to take it out on me. It's annoying. It's annoying, ladies and gentlemen. Chris O'Neal. As a result, y'all, we got to be empowered to shape a better world. You mad at me ain't gonna shape a better situation for your summer basketball team. I want to talk about, I want to talk about Michael a little bit more. Michael, I got something for you too. You better hold on. I know you're on the truck, but you just better hold on a minute. But I want to talk about the indictment that came down yesterday. What is it? Yesterday, day before yesterday. But y'all, there is a situation taking place in France, and I'm gonna get that information for you. Another trial that's dealing with some of these issues of abuse of power. I'm talking about the P. Diddy. You think I want to focus on the thing I want to focus on is the mass consent of participants who perceived a benefit for themselves. Y'all notice I didn't talk about P. Diddy that much yesterday, did I? It was a reason. The salacious nature of the things that were going on we are going to discuss, but I'm going to discuss it because they are salacious. But that is not the point of the conversation, right? The point of the conversation today is us. Chris O'Neal, that's why I want you to share the show. Michael, share the show. Sonia, share the show. Everybody should be listening right now. Share this show right now. It's our collective support, consent, and I'm using the word intentionally. Our collective willingness to look the other way. Summer basketball, we look the other way. Y'all know it's some stuff going wrong, and we look the other way. Y'all know it's some directors and coaches out there that's terrible, and we look the other way. To proactively support wrong. And me, I don't like people who just revel in doing wrong. Just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And don't listen. I don't pretend to be perfect. I made some mistakes every single day. I made some already this morning, and I might make. And guess what? I'm sure gonna make some mistakes before this show is over. Okay? This is not about claiming any false notes of perfection. Or wagging a finger or pointing blame out. It's not what I'm doing today. We are all part of a body of people who either provide sanction or not. We're going to unpack a lot today, as much as I can, because I probably have to do some more of this tomorrow. But we have some cleanup on our Black America. We have some cleanup on our humanity. We got to do. But shout out to this Boom Boom Room. Shout out to Michael Smith, Chris O'Neill, Sonia Billings, Johnny Arnett, Mark Edwards, Anthony Ship. I'm calling y'all by name. Derek Boone, Terry Smith. Shout out Tanya Kimber, Thaddeus Moody, Aaron Wilford. Shout out to y'all. Brandon Reedfall. Share the show. Daryl Anderson. Shout out to you. Sterling Creek. Shout out. Otha Brown. Shout out to you. Kevin K. Shout out to you. D. Holcomb. Shout out to all y'all. Share this show though. If this wasn't a joy to me, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be here every day, right on time for 2 hours, if it wasn't a joy to me. It's such a beautiful. It's so beautiful being in a space where, when we see other people doing well, when we see other people striving and achieving and accomplishing, and we feel that. When I see y'all do something, I feel y'all. Why I'm so excited about it? Because I feel when y'all come up, I done came up. I want every one of y'all to get a business so y'all can what? Advertise on this show. I want you to come up. That should be the reality. Chris O'Neill. When the community does well, all of us do well. Thurgood Marshall, my favorite dudes in the world. He said, do what's right and let the law catch up. So the right thing, the right thing, and if the right thing is out of alignment with the law, then the law just got to catch up. But you got to do what's right. But y'all, we have so willingly looked away when we should have stared evil in the face and said, no, not today, Puffy. Not today, bruh. No. I know what you offering feels good. Summer basketball. I know it's dope. I know it's a dope beat and the beat is hidden. Music industry. But I ain't playing no games today. The troll slayer is awake and ready today. So if you're coming on here and you want to troll, I'm here for you today. See, the Chop Shop is not one of those who break news all the time. We break news, but we're not. That ain't what I want. I got breaking news for y'all. See, I'm not in competition with anybody to be the first to report anything. I want to be accurate. And I want to be thorough. Johnny Arnett. I want to take some time yesterday. That's why y'all notice I hit on Puffy, but I didn't talk about it. Because I wanted to take some time to take a look at the indictment. When the U.S. attorney who's prosecuting the case opened the day with the reading of the document, the reading of the indictment, and discussing the allegations, I thought, my God, I thought it was bad, but it's bad. Y'all, let me give you a visual. That's why I say y'all need to be. Let me give you something. Where is he at? Where is it? Watch this.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Damian Williams, and I'm the U.S. Attorney here in the Southern District of New York. Today, I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair. On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee. As alleged, these assaults often resulted in injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks to heal.
Days or weeks to heal. Days or weeks to heal. Blackmail. Always remember, when you dig a hole, you better dig two. Those recordings are going to be evidence against him. He used those recordings for blackmail against them. Now those recordings are going to be used against him. Ladies and gentlemen, the harm that you intend for others is often the harm that befalls you. The reason this is a RICO case, Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act, the RICO, is because none of these things could happen by one person. The reason it's a RICO case is because of these patterns of pervasive abuse, required collaboration, and required participation. They required other people to be willing to assist. It required an audience that knew the things in the background, but was willing to overlook it. It requires community participation. Isn't that something? How acts that are designed to destroy members of the community often elicit support from members of the very community that is being attacked. Reginald Simpson, share the show. This is about to get real. And as much as we're talking about what these documents mean to that man, Puffy Combs, and for his enterprise, y'all, Robert Hatter, after thinking it over, I'm actually interested in what it means to us, what it means to Kevin Friedman, what it means to Reginald Simpson, what it means to Brad Kimball, what it means to Michael Smith, what it means to Chris O'Neill, what it means to Sonia Billings. What does he mean? What does it mean to Eric Bowen? I'm more interested, forget about him, what it means to us. By us, and by us, I know a lot of people would say, well, Robert, I would never. True. Maybe you're not going to the freak offs. Y'all got to realize, during this man's rise to fame, I was, and my clients were always invited. I remember when I first met this cat, man. We had just won, but the Rockets had just won the NBA championship. Me, Sam, Penny, all of us, we going to what was it? Cancun. Everybody used to go to Cancun. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. So we in the airport. This young dude come up there. Y'all, this in 93, something like 92, 93. This dude come up. I didn't know who he was. Man, what's up, Rob? What's up, Sam? Man, y'all the bomb, man. My name's so-and-so, Sam. Man, I get parties at Howard, man. Man, y'all the bomb, man. I'm just thinking about how energetic this young man, Mindy, was, and how I kind of liked him. He was so humble, saying, man, bowing down to Sam, and now he's, he made his empire, but he was just a young man giving parties. When I first met him, and I'm sitting there, you got to understand, I'm sitting there with 11 or 12 clients sitting there waiting to go get on, leave town, to get to the airport, leave and get on the plane. So I'm sitting back just listening. But I'm thinking about Mindy. You remember, if you've been on this show, first thing I told my son when he went to New York, I knew he was talented. I knew he was smart. I knew he was brilliant. I knew he was going to do well. But I told him, don't let your talent take you somewhere that your character can't keep you. I'm going to repeat that. Don't let your talent take you somewhere that your character can't keep you. I was invited to them parties because of the clients I had. My talent to represent these guys got me invited to a lot of stuff. I just chose not to go. I don't want to go to no parties with nobody. No, we make our own parties. People used to always laugh at me. I didn't like to go to parties if I didn't control the environment. That's why I didn't like to go to people's house, because I don't control that environment. At certain places I like to go, certain clubs and certain places. You know what I used to love a long time ago? I used to like to go to Harlem Nights. You know why? It was a strip club. You know why I used to go? Because the owner was my friend. And I know whatever happened, I was going to be all right. As soon as I pull up, my car is greeted, parked in the front. It bring me right in. And I didn't like places like that, but I was comfortable. I don't go places when I can't control the situation. You call me a control freak all you want to. I just know. Y'all, Kevin Friedman, he's on the air. He on the film. Kevin Friedman, tell him when you come to my birthday party, what did you have to do? Because, Mindy, I had all of my clients there. Mindy, you have to sign a waiver to get in. I ain't charging you nothing. I'm letting you come in free. I'm letting you drink free. I'm doing everything for you. But you got to sign a waiver that Robert Hatter, my company, and my clients are not responsible for anything that happened to your ass in this place. because I was protecting my my assets. You got to sign a waiver. You can't go in there and lie somebody. Charles Woodson and touch you on your behind. Robert Hatter got to pay. Right? He throw you like a girl came and talking about somebody threw her in the pool and came on me to buy her a Louis Vuitton purse because somebody Louis Vuitton they dry out. That cheap ass material they dry out. Going in the pool it didn't hurt nothing, baby. It just let it dry out over there. Plastic it just roll right off that plastic. She come in there, the dude come in there talking about, y'all got the wrong one today. But let me keep going because this is important. This is important. I know y'all didn't participate in the freak offs, but are you dancing to his music? I'm guilty. I love R. Kelly. I happen to know him. I've happened to met him a million times. He happened to at one of my birthday parties, he came and performed and sung at one of my parties. His manager, it was a lady. His manager was a lady that I used to date. I had a relationship. I promise you, ain't nowhere in the world they shielded me from whatever all of that was going. I didn't see none of it. I never forget when I went down because she told me, look, Rob is the kind of guy. Y'all never forget this. He said, Rob is the kind of guy, he likes stuff to be between men. So instead of her getting him to come perform at my party, I paid him now. Don't get his choice. I got paid. I flew down to Florida and went in and talked to him. I said, look, man, hey, I need you to do this. Check the dates. I got this. We consummated the deal. Consummated the deal, Mindy. I'm sitting there in his studio, hot as hell. I hate to be in the studio with him. He said it helps his voice. It's hot to be hot. And I'll never forget it. We sealed the deal. The man came and did it. So, but am I being complicit to all the stuff that he was doing because I love his music? And is that the price that's worth it? Now that I think about, no. If you hurt them little babies, you hurt them little babies. And I'm supporting you. And don't judge me because I dance to the music. Some of y'all dance to the music. I love his music. It's not about you. It's about we. Maybe he wasn't, but we were going to all his concerts. We are seeing this in other parts about society and excusing it there too. Because it happens not just in the music industry, in the movie industry. And when the others come out and are outed because their participations, have y'all noticed it's been real silent in the hip hop world right now? Mindy, and this just ain't about the hip hop. Let's be clear. I'm not just talking about hip hop, but it's been quiet. This man used the Combs business to carry out these things. So, if Trey Phillips, you want to keep your job? You want to keep that house? You want to have this career? You better look the other way. At some point, we got to ask ourselves, what price are we willing to pay to perpetuate this lie? What are we not willing to give up so this will not continue to happen? Yo, this happens in summer basketball too. People using their power. I hope y'all juxtaposing it. Mindy, you already know that I'm talking about them, but I'm talking about all. I said, remember, I'm talking about us. Us. Me is us. Talking about me too. When we say we want to make a community better, I'm with you. I say it all the time. How many of us are sitting next to the metaphorical Sean Puffy Combs at Thanksgiving? How many of your family members have extended invitations to people in the family that came over to dinner, Thanksgiving and otherwise, and we're going to participate and sitting at the table with our personal family, Sean Puffy Combs? I am not going to hold up the people in the industry and the people who get paid to do it, and a lot of us are just doing it for free. And a lot of us, the price of our silence is just, let's just keep peace in the family. We don't talk about the outside, but let's bring it home. Let's bring it home. If if all we doing, y'all, is talking about Sean P. Diddy, if he didn't Combs, who, if there is any justice, will be facing a hell of a lot of justice. How many of us have a Sean Combs over for family dinner? And with all of the abuse that R. Kelly has put out in this world, and he too was abused by a woman when he was young. So this has no gender. Women abuse too. I was thinking about it because Freight just brought it up. Where do you get IVs from? This is not minor. This is serious. You got to know what you're doing. Were the nurses there? They were complicit. Where are they getting the intravenous fluids from? Where are they getting the needles? What was in those IV bags? Who was administering this? What was the cleanup situation like? Were you at these hotels? Who is administering this, y'all? Who is cleaning this stuff up? They had a system. They had to find the girls, get them in, bring in a prostitute, bring in the sex workers, invite the friends. Ladies and gentlemen, this was organized. We're just talking about Puffy. This was designed for long success. If that man had paid that girl off instead of playing with Cassie in the beginning, we wouldn't even be hearing about this right now. He talked all that stuff and paid her the next day. It's over then, bruh. It's easy for us to say, look at what they did. This stuff can't happen with one person. But how many of us have systems in our homes, in our families, that we allow this systemic attacking? What we are willing to overlook. The fact that every year that invitation is going out every year, and you're going to have to sit in the room and decide, is you going to talk about what Uncle did or not? What he did to you. And our families, we are silenced by people who think we might speak up. We turn our back on some of our own kids because we don't want to cause trouble. We don't want to ruffle feathers. None of these things happen, y'all, with just one person. None of these things happen in isolation. These things happen because there was a collective willingness to look away. Shout out to my favorite people over there at TSU in the academic department. The head person in charge over there, Miss Kimberly Evans. Also Dominique Phillips. Shout out to them, Kevin Allen, I know. But Miss Evans, these things happen because there's a willingness, a collective willingness to look away. This would be easy to talk about just Puffy. This would be too easy to just talk about the name that's going to drop next. It's just too easy. So and so went to this party, Robert. Robert, people calling me, Robert. You know this. I don't want to hear it. It would be too easy to just think that about just that you show up and this don't show up in every family that has a representative listening to me right now. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I have way more questions than answers. But I do know we look at this as something as what they did without realizing that this is something that we're experiencing in our families and our communities on a regular basis. It's easy to say, how did they allow this abuse to happen? Then why do we? It's easy to say that they had all these systems in place to protect the abusers. We got them too. What does it say about the value we have for women in this society? What does it say? What does it say about the value we have on men in this society? They were part of it. They were being sexually trafficked, commercially trafficked, commercial sex workers. That's a hell of a term. Not just a sex worker, a commercial, business sex workers. That we allow and collectively enable these sort of things to take place. Because if we all going to do is talk about Puffy, baby, we missed the point. We missed the point. And I saw something. Y'all. And I hope I'm wrong. But something just didn't sit right with me. When they were telling us that they are charging him with, when he was telling me, I played it a minute ago. There's some things that are missing. It's 14 pages long. Basically, they are charging him with guns, prostitution, drugs, and racketeering. But they're not charging him with anything related to minors, anything related to the video and sexual blackmail about the minors that Cassie brought up in her lawsuit. And a notable one was Lucian Grange, named the CEO of Universal Music Group in the original allegations. His name ain't in this one. His name is nowhere to be found in this one yet. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong. They talked about the freak-offs. They talked about raiding his home and finding some supplies for the freak-offs. They found over 1,000 bottles of baby lubricant. Y'all got memes all over the place. But they are clearly drawing from Cassie's lawsuits with statements like, these assaults often ended with injuries taking days or weeks to heal. I'm sure she's not the only witness they got. It's a messed up lawsuit now, tampering with a witness by bribing and intimidating, including acts of violence, kidnapping, arson, and multiple counts of debt. The three AR-15s with the serial number shaved off. That's gangster. What they're actually doing to him, Puffy, they're basically charging him with enough to put him away for good, theoretically. Hold on. Okay. I had to check that one. I'm sorry. They are seeking, y'all listen to this now. They are seeking to forfeit any and all property, real or personal, involved when used in any of these crimes, as well as any property and stuff derived from or proceeds obtained from any of these crimes, including if he got rid of anything or sold anything, or his assets has diminished in value. They trying to come after the man's money. They intend to take him for equal value of everything he was charged with, regardless. Let me get some water on this one. Because y'all, it's kind of got me now. Y'all, it's kind of got me now. Y'all follow me. Y'all, it's worth noting that these charges are brought in the Southern District of New York, which is the notoriously corrupt. And it's the same district that brought the charges against Jeffrey Epstein. Though they did put Epstein in jail. But as you know what happened in jail, they say he killed himself. I guess that's something this court got going for them. But the pessimistic take here is that they are not charging him with any of the darkest and the most important stuff. The child trafficking, the child sex ring. They are letting all the other ones off the hook. They ain't mentioned Mr. Grain's name in this as of now. Lucian Grain was not named. There was no upward charges. They are not going for the big conspiracy to me. Because you get Lucian Grains, you get all the executives. No mention of the sexual blackmail or the videotapes hidden on cameras. Liz Croker has shared this tape. She said, it is very possible, because she's been on this for a long time, it's very possible that they are using this strategically to go after Diddy hard enough to make him squeal on the bigger fish involved. So they can start making more arrests and start going after the larger organizations. But they left them out of this first indictment. And they do clearly lay out a criminal organization which has a ringleader in it. think Puffy is the ringleader? I don't think the big fish, me personally, are going to get fried. I don't think they are. They're going to arrest a bunch of other people that you never heard of. Maybe a couple of rappers, a producer or two, Stevie J and all of them, that were involved in the scheme and do horrific, horrible things, and they deserve to go to prison too if they did it. They're not going after people like Lucen Grange. They're not going for the video blackmail angle. We never going to see those tapes, y'all, or hear about the blackmail ring. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think Jay-Z is where it is right now. He higher up, but he should be, because all lies will be exposed. Kevin Liles announced his retirement the day after Diddy goes down. Google him. A brother, met him before. Boy, that man had a pretty wife. Oh my God. Boy, 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 boy. Ooh, Jesus. I don't know if they still married or not, but boy, I don't see how he going to all these parties, but she stayed there because the money too long. But he's the co-founder of, I'm sorry, y'all, 200 Entertainment. He announced his retirement just yesterday. Co-founder. He's the former president of Def Jam, an island Def Jam music group. Jay-Z. Y'all know what direction that leads. Then you got Lyle Cohen, who goes back to Def Jam. I'm gonna see. I want y'all to see what he said one time. I don't know why I didn't look that up. Did I put him on? Yo, this Lyle Cohen. Watch what he said, y'all.
Making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup, and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
Are you
so why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Making it cool.
He in it. The music industry is a cluster F of debauchery. I happen to know a little bit about it. So I just happen to be around for 30 years watching some of this stuff. Man, you didn't have to go Google her. You should have saw when I saw it 20 years ago. That's when you should have saw her. Find some pictures from 20 years ago, Kevin Freeman, then you understand what I'm talking about. But did y'all hear what he said? She said, I'm curious to the other big names that would come up in the freak out. I'm not. I'm not curious for them names. I'm worried about us. And I'm thinking about this, right? Because somebody sent me this. They said Diddy's lawsuit opens up a whole new angle on Michael Jackson's death and life story. The more you look into the music industry, the more you see this weird pattern Everyone who steps out of line and starts speaking out on how artists are treated, Prince, Michael Jordan, about how executives manipulate the industry and abuse their power, every one of them are slandered, smeared, or sometimes even suicide. Probably all coincidences, though. But the trail of debris left by vulnerable rappers and sports stars, ladies and gentlemen, into an escapable vortex of entertainment industry corruption. Let the birdies sing. Newsflash. Thank you. I'm worried about those kids who traffic. That's what I'm thinking about. I ain't worried about these grown folks. See, I got a newsflash for you. The Jeffrey Epstein client list include many of the same sexual predators and pedophiles in Diddy's ring. Diddy tries to Epstein and his case, his ties to Epstein and his case will lead to many more who are Epstein clients and co-conspirators. I can't emphasize enough, y'all. They're all linked together. Somebody said it yesterday. Somebody mentioned it yesterday, and I forgot who mentioned it yesterday. Somebody on the feed mentioned it yesterday. See, I'm just thinking about this. The indictment states from 2008 to the present, members and associates. 2008 is a long time ago. Members and associates of Combs Enterprise allegedly engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for purposes of prostitution, coercion, enticement to engage in prostitution, narcotics, offensive, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. And I know a lot of people are concerned only Diddy will take the fall and other accomplices in his reign guilty of sex trafficking and more will invade justice. This indictment, though, makes it clear that there are many in his network implicated of some of the same horrendous crimes who were staff and our associates. So I'm confident that there will be more arrests coming soon. To my young girls out there, Women Rock Wednesday, I'm looking for answers. I got questions. Y'all, I'm out here in Hollywood right now. This could have been my daughter. Instead, she said, I'm a boss. But she didn't let her talent take her somewhere that her character couldn't keep her. Got to stay prayed up. Mindy, I can't wait to see you at church on Wednesday in the Word. My man coming to town. I'll be there. By hook or crook, I'm coming to Houston if it's just for one night. A lot of models looking to be famous, a victim of it. Yes, absolutely. So it's happening over in France, Paris, France, right now. What else I have for y'all? What time I got? Now I can get to it. Let me see. I want to repeat this again because I said I was going to repeat this every day because somebody just sent me a message. Rob, you got to repeat it every day, Rob. I said, man, leave me the hell alone. But I'm talking about voting and talking to our young Edma of my young people who say, all the older people who say, I don't care about politics. My barber used to say that. My barber used to say, man, I don't care nothing about politics. I didn't mean to pop you in, Jim. My barber said, I don't care about politics. But to him, I tell him, but your landlord does. That's why he keep your rent high. You don't care about politics, but your boss does. That's how he keep your pay low. You don't care about politics, but your insurance company does. Jimmy was talking about your insurance company yesterday. But that's how they keep your premiums high. So politics is involved, y'all, in everything around you. So if you are not at the table, then you're on the menu. We need you to be involved in every level, even from the dog catcher to the president. Make sure you're involved in every level of government. Because with your voice there, that means your voice actually matters. You can't complain if you don't vote. You can't abstain from voting, but you can't abstain from, but you cannot, you can abstain from voting, but you cannot abstain from the world created by those of us that do. I never understood apolitical people as though their lives aren't being affected, whether they care about politics or not. But to my young people, you got to understand that. But I'm gonna bring Jimmy in right now. Let me see. I'm gonna hit this button right here. Did you see the crazy Astros Padres game? No, I did not heard about it. They talking about the Astros had to overcome the umpires and the team at the same time. How in the hell they cheating? You know what? Y'all need to quit all that whining, Mindy. Y'all cheat all the time. So y'all had to overcome, Jimmy. I didn't see it. I don't know what happened. Because somebody said they had to overcome the umpires and the referees and the Padres last night. So will somebody please explain to me why they whining, them whining ass Houston Astros, why they whining now? Because one of their biggest whiners is about to talk right now. I'll put you over. Come on, Jimmy. Tell me. You tell me you ain't won. Come on, talk to me.
Astros won last night.
I know they won.
Seattle lost last night. So Yankees beat the stuffing out the Seattle Mariners last night. Astros won.
But what they talking about? Somebody said, what happened? Tell me what happened.
You know, it was an obvious thing. Last night it was I would chalk it up like Shadur, in the words of Shadur, rookie mistake from a person that's not necessarily a rookie, but rookie mistake. Jose Altuve, it was just a number of things, but the epic of it was during the late innings, Jose Altuve was batting.
Okay.
And he fouled the ball. Well, he hit a ball and it went off his foot. And then it went to the infield and the guy grounded up through it and threw him out at first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jose Altuve never even ran because it went off his foot. Mm-hmm. And, you know, of course, the naked eye can't catch a lot of stuff. That's why we.
So if it go off your foot, it don't count.
It's a foul ball.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So the problem was that the referee behind the plate, he has the jurisdiction to, like any official, to ask for help from the ref down the third baseline, because Altuve is right-handed, or any one of them. Hey, you know, point at the ref, and the ref will let you know. Kind of like when they check swing, and the person batting, they check, and it's a strike or ball. The referee behind the plate would point down to the first base line if he's a right-handed batter, or the third base line to let him know if he broke or not. Okay. Same thing. So this ref did not ask for help, and of course, they're not going to show the replay in the stadium of the home team if there's a grievance for the opponent, for the visitor. So the people in the building, there's to them it seems like, oh man, you whining, oh what y'all. But the replays we saw in Houston watching the broad for those that saw the broadcast, it was obvious that it went off his toe. Then Altuve did a little showmanship and got a little animated and took his shoe off along with his sock to kind of show up the referee, which is an automatic ejection. So that means Jose Altuve got ejected. You take your shoe off. It's kind of like you showing up the referee. That's all. He knew he was going to get ejected. That's no problem with that. But we're not at that moment.
Altuve.
If the referee would have simply just say, you know what? I mean, understand how that's like certain battles get certain degree of respect. Just that's a Hall of Famer. So at least you owe him as much as a point to your colleague and see if you're right or wrong. And your colleague will let you know, they'd have huddled up probably and huddled up on it and he'd have told him, but he didn't. So that was the thing. And and then on top of that, we had another moment where one of our pitchers had just came out of the bullpen. Mm-hmm. And the referees had to confer on a rule, which when the guy come out of the bullpen, they're warming up, throwing about 20 pitches or so to get themselves warm, break a sweat. So that way now you come out of there, you jog to the hill, which is the pitcher's mound, and you get the ball and you proceed to get in. Well, in this situation, when he jogged to the hill, they made him wait about 4 minutes, and as a result, his very first pitch, Fernando Tatis on third base, he got to score because the guy threw the ball away. Because he's, you're not going to say, but it definitely contributed to it because that's not part of the rhythm to get warm, jog out there, only to stand around on the mound for 4 minutes. So that's the thing. But Astros win, so we're in good shape. You go for the deciding game today with the Padres. Padres are behind the Dodgers by about maybe 3 games, I think, 2.5, 3 games, and the Astros are trying to clinch first place. I think the magic number right now is 7 for the Houston Astros. That means any combination of 7 wins and or 7 losses by the Seattle. That's what that means. Any combination of 7 wins and 7 losses will clinch the Houston Astros first place in the American League in their division. So shout out to them and the Astros. Injuries is a part of any sport, but this year has been definitely a gritty one. Whereas there are numerous players that we didn't even know their names, and they've come out and made plays. The backup second baseman last night. Well, the backup second baseman really is Dubon, and he had gotten pinched. He had got pinched hit out of the game, so he couldn't even come back in afterwards. Tuve gets tossed. So that means we had to come with the guy at the end of the bench. He comes in there, makes a game-saving play up the middle for Manny Machado, and that was an awesome stop to preserve that 3-2 win for the Astros. Baseball, of course, is this is an intriguing season. We spoke about injuries a while ago. Think about the Atlanta Braves. They had 1 or 2 of their top players has been out for the year. The Rangers, they have a built-in excuse. World Series champ doesn't look like they will make the playoffs this year. Of course, they have one pitcher that just came back and been out all year. I think they may have 2 of them, but at the same time, nobody's going to feel sorry for the Rangers, especially in Houston, Texas. And because we were without Lance McCullers is out for the year. Garcia, you guys remember him, the one that rocks the boat? We haven't saw him, Lance McCullers, we ain't saw him in 2 years, pretty much. Garcia is out. Verlander missed most of this year. He's definitely not the same, but his name is still Justin Verlander, and there's a small element of a fear factor that dwells somewhere in Verlander when he comes on that mound. And you know what? Maybe playoff Verlander might be a little bit different than this regular season Verlander, 2024 regular season Verlander. I'm down. I'm not going to give up on him yet because he had a great outing and got his first win since coming back the other day. I mean, Astros good. It's good.
I'm with you. I'm with you when you're winning, but when you get to cheating again, now I had to call it out. Now I'm gonna call it out on you when you're cheating. You know, people would embarrass me because I'm from here. Man, your team up there cheating. So I had to, but I kind of like them a little bit now. Anytime they got the V, man, I done told you. It's the V. But I heard some, Jimmy, this is what I don't like. Some people I had a little tweet. People talking about the players are not, like they ain't happy with the way Verlander is pitching right now. I heard something.
Well, that was before the other night. And
oh, okay.
I say
so it don't take but one night for them to like you again.
Well, hey, one win is perceived as the beginning of a streak. You know, one win, you starting the streak. So we'll see Verlander's next outing, and because I was understand a week ago, my thing would be to insert Verlander in as a closer, as a setup man. We have a 7th, 8th, and 9th inning rotation, right? The Astros, we have Abreu, then Presley, then Hader. Them the 7th, 8th, 9th inning. Well, bring Verlander in as like a 6th inning guy. That means now you shrink the game. You shrink the game for the starting pitchers. They don't have to go and worry about going to the 7th inning. They can go 5 innings. Then we bring him, and we got a lead. We bring the V man in, and then you bring Abreu behind him. Then you bring Presley behind him, and then Hader behind him. That way, now you save some of the arms. That's saving 20 pitches off each pitcher going into the postseason. That's me. I would definitely consider that, but understand, Verlander, Hall of Famer, first ballot, one of the greatest to ever do it, is probably not is going to veto that because that's deemed as a demotion. You don't want to not start. You've been starting. You have a routine, a rhythm. You're used to throwing 60, 70 pitches, and you got to come in and maybe throw 10 to 20 pitches.
That's different.
So some guys don't want to do that. But for the betterment of the team,
I think he's a team player, though. I think he's a team player.
We'll see. Let him get rocked this next game, and somebody's going to make a decision because it's a 40-man roster, that playoff roster. Somebody's going to, we're not going to cut Verlander, no. But I'm saying
they cut Verlander. I'm cutting them.
No, they ain't gonna cut Verlander. That's not even part of the conversation. Not even an option. The thing is, you don't want to go into the postseason with Verlander being perceived as a free space and bingo in your lineup. You don't. We can't.
So he just got to pitch better.
Well, it just got to be more crisp. Understand? Some people may chalk it up to saying, well, Verlander's got to get in the ball, get in the shape. Well, understand, Verlander, unlike Kyle Tucker, Verlander did go to a reassignment. He did go and pitch in the minor leagues a couple of games before coming up. So it ain't like he came back cold turkey. He's supposed to be a little bit more crisp. Man, guess what? We all get old one day. Justin Verlander is.
Oh yeah, it's going to end for everybody, Jim. It's going to end for everybody. I got a question for you. I guess you got to help me with this one. I know you didn't see it coming, but I saw where Woj retired and went back to his alma mater, St. Bonaventure. He said, man, I am leaving the breaking sports news to Shams and the other brother, and I'm going back to be the general manager of my alma mater. What would you think? What, he just tired?
That's a good question. No, you was doing, or you had something else? Tired or what?
No, tired. I mean, I'm just trying to see. You are the man here, but guess what? Some people get tired of being the man, but Jimmy, and I did hear that he loved. See, St. Bonaventure is near Buffalo. One of Robert's best friend is from that area, Olean. And so Woj, anytime Woj have a speckle of time off, he's back there in Buffalo with that department. He got a great relationship with the basketball coach. And I just don't know. Maybe it's time in his life he just said, okay, I done went from what? I went from Yahoo. I was obscure. I came in the top of the world. Jimmy, everybody don't like to be at the top. So I don't know. I don't know him that good, but I'm just watching. He left the media to go do something. Now the media going to be criticized. The same media he left going to be criticizing him as the GM of St. Bonaventure, Bonnie's. That's all. That's what I really want.
Well, I think that first, I'm curious to know. You can tell if the move is
Amicable.
is true. What was his salary at ESPN?
I don't know.
I'm just saying that's public record, and people once we find that out.
No, it's not, Jimmy. That ain't public record.
That ain't public record.
No, that's not. No,
It's gonna come out somewhere.
It'll come out, but it ain't.
Articles, because here's the thing. Economically, some decisions are economically. You're in a position now where all you got to do is go through your Rolodex and water the grass every week. I mean, making a call to, and you're getting news fed to you. Something is happening. Something has happened. Now, that may not be the case, because guess what? This may be the only way he looking over and may say,
$7 million a year, Jimmy.
How much?
Estimated $7 million. $7 million a year.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
You can rest assured. It don't add up. Meaning it's a GM slot.
Jimmy, hold up. He having 3 years left on his contract, meaning he is leaving $20 million on the table.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right. You can rest assured that this is a smooth parting of the ways. You can understand something, guys. Mathematics, sometimes the math don't math. You're not giving up $7 million in your prime to go and be the GM. And the range of a GM, the range of that title in college basketball, the top of the food chain is Rachel over at Duke. She's the top of the food chain. Rachel, what?
I don't know.
300,000.
Yeah. Some ain't right. Some ain't.
So I'm just telling you, I don't even.
But hold up! Don't you? Wait a minute. That's one of your favorite sayings. One of your favorite sayings is, to some people, it ain't about the money.
Some people, it ain't about the money. That's what I'm saying. It could be, but you in your prime, though, Al.
So you in your prime. You in your prime on the outside. We don't know what's going on inside.
Well, that's a whole. Only him can know that part. Only Woj. But in due time, it don't pass the smell test initially. It's like a watermelon. It don't pass the thump test. You gotta wait till you cut that thing open.
What's my brother's name, man? I can't. His name is Seepin, the brother who breaks the news. In Clutch Pocket, Clutch. Everything LeBron. What's the brother name? Not my guy from Oakland. The other guy.
Yeah, not Spears. I don't know.
Not Spears. The other.
I don't know the other one you're talking
about. You know his name, the dark kid, the dark guy. He pretty good, but they say he's a clutch worker. I can't think of his name. Haynes. Last name Haynes.
That's ESPN guy.
Yeah, ESPN Haynes. Yeah.
That's the brother. Yeah.
He used to be at Yahoo too, with your Woj. He started off at Yahoo too. Chris Haynes used to report for Yahoo. Yes.
All you guys got to do is pay attention to this. Pay attention to this.
$7 million.
The good thing about it.
He didn't grab on one of them gals around there, did he?
Something happened.
That man didn't grab on that.
Let me tell you something, Howard.
Woj looked like a little weirdo.
Howard, look at the time. Look at the timing of it. Look at the date. Just to understand something. Contracts are normally done June 1st, September 1st. When it comes to scholastic colleges, contracts your contracts is either June 1st or September 1st. He's after both of those deadlines when you make this decision. You're in Q4 already. That's the fourth quarter, and this decision is made. So either A, this particular move after something happened with ESPN, Woj is going to go and use this to put on his resume so that he can go into the NBA. Because one of those owners who feeding them news, he's going to be a GM in the NBA. You can best believe that this would simply give him. They'll try their best to circumvent the white privilege of it all. So you go here, you be the GM 1 year, and guess what? If they have an increase in wins over last year, I don't know how many wins the Bunnies won accumulated last season, but you can see that going, and that's where Woj will rest his resume in one of those NBA teams. Think about it. If they confided in you enough to supply you with an everlasting arsenal of intel, of deep intel on within their own programs on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, then they confide in you enough to have you working next to them. Because that's the dream and that's the goal. That's the comfortability in being a boss, is to have somebody that I can trust.
Jimmy, he didn't need to come out there and do that. Pat Riley come right out of the place into the. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that.
I'm just saying, but nowadays, Pat Riley was different. That was back when, you know what I'm saying? That was back for social media. That was back, so now
everybody knows how connected he is. Would nobody even? Them owners in the NFL, NBA ain't thinking about what you thinking about.
Well, understand something initially. First of all, for you to leave the $7 million or $20 million on the table, so to speak, with
that's
3 years.
The part I don't understand. They had to find
you don't. Especially basketball season is just starting. You're going to. It ain't like you don't like basketball no more, Woj, because you're going to be the GM of basketball at St. Bonaventure. So it's not like you saying, man, you know what? I'm just tired of this basketball stuff. The hell with this basketball. Let me just go. I just want to go fishing, get on my boat, take my son out. No, you're going to where you're governed by the NCAA. You had no governance. The only thing you were governed by was
a journalist, Jimmy. He's a trained journalist.
Well, yes, he is.
I'm just sitting there. Something ain't right. I'm just to walk away from a lucrative career to serve your alma mater is a testament to your love and passion for the. Now I know he liked them Bunnies, but people told me that a long time ago.
Yes, okay.
I ain't know he liked them that damn much.
What the head coach make at St. What's the head coach make?
Jimmy, it ain't that Jimmy. Jimmy, it can't be nothing about money. We need to quit talking about money.
No. But understand something.
Jimmy, that's a low major. Coach, that's a mid-major. They ain't making that much.
Exactly. So something ain't
right about this one.
You don't leave on the table in the middle of a cycle.
The man was on NBA Today. The man was on anything. If it was a brother did this, y'all would have been talking all kinds. Man, what did he do? What did he do? What did he do? He must have done something.
Wow. So on a break away on topics. Keep your eyes on this Woj stuff. I can guarantee you this ain't the end of this. Something is going to seep out. And good thing about it, we see a lot of people when the season start. Trust me, some people in the know is going to let it go. So if any of you guys in Dallas, y'all know Michael Irvin. Best way to find the good intel is find the battered, the disgruntled former employee. They would find out and give you all the tea. Michael Irvin, Chris Carter, guys like that, if you know them, they will find out by the end of the weekend what the hell the rumor is with what I guarantee. That's like, Paul Pierce, he's up there on the find Paul Pierce. He would definitely let you know, find out the tea, if you know him and you can get to him, what the tea is. Guys that were laid off in that last wave of layoffs, Robert Griffin III, Robert RG3, he would definitely know what all he should know based on his intel, and we move. It's that simple. Now, guess what? We got some people work for ESPN that live in Houston. You know,
Jimmy,
I
I'm
run into
walking.
them.
Hey, Jimmy, y'all finna make me walk across down around the corner in a minute because the ESPN office is right around there. Y'all finna make. I'm finna find out.
We got something maybe time me to, I see him. I see him. And I'll find, trust me, but you got to give it time for the egg to hatch. Give it about Monday or the beginning of end of September. That'll be the following week, and watch how it start to seep out. Just watch. Meanwhile, guys, we got some unfortunate news to share with you guys. In Houston, Texas, there's been 3 high schools placed on lockdown today. In Houston, 3 high schools. It started off this morning at Alief Elsik High School when I think a young lady, according to the reports, bought a butcher knife. Had a butcher knife at the school. Ain't nothing worse, boy, than a butcher knife. A woman carrying a butcher knife out. A butcher knife, especially if she got some pounds on her. She carried a butcher knife. That means something. That means she know how to use that thing. That means if she got a little pounds on her, she can cut that. She know how to cut and slice. But anyway, in all seriousness, then also Bel Air High School, they had a bomb threat at Bel Air High School today. Over on the southeast side of town, in the South Acres, that's where Scarface coming from him, and Clyde Drexler, is a student was stabbed at Sterling High School today. A student was stabbed at Sterling High School. Now, also, the last report just came through on my text was that a gun has been found over deep north at Spring High School. They found a gun on campus, and they are on lockdown, and that is momentarily ago. This is all on September the 18th. I don't know what the significance of it is to whereas these young people decide Tuesday night made them go to bed or wake up so radical, but pay attention. You guys, you got babies in school, and check on them and make sure everything's going smooth, or tell them to keep their eyes open, because a lot of these situations be like copycat type things. Some kids might see something going on in one school and then they want to set it off at their school. So be cautious, guys, with your babies on this afternoon, and making sure that, because somebody understand, the students are in school. The last thing that a lot of these teenagers are doing is reading the news. So they may not even be aware of what the hell is going on at these other campuses. Maybe not. But you can inform them and let them know, hey, look, make sure you be careful. Make sure you don't fall off your beaten path. Make sure you keep your eyes on the swivel, just in case somebody's trying to act goofy. Or the kids that's already deemed to be the goofy ones, make sure you keep your eye on their ass, because they might feel like, goofy is in style right now. You look at these guys that's been accused of assassination attempts, and look at their, goofy. Like I said, goofy is in style for some of them. But anyway, so I want to get that out the way on that. Out in continuance from yesterday. Thank you guys. I had a couple of messages after the show. People were appreciative of pulling up people's antenna about that topic of insurance. And like I said, that was not a infomercial. In case you missed it, basically I propose that and invite families to go and seek out insurance rates, and they're not as high, nowhere near as high as you think they are, for a term life policy on some of these teenagers or these young boys in their early 20s going off to college now, whatever. I found yesterday it was not less than $10 a month for a policy on an 18 to 24-year-old. That was like a $50,000 policy. That way now, too many of our people are being buried with the family having to go in debt, or to go and take out loans, or to go and throw the hat around the room with, as a result of uh, uh, what they call the internet site that they do the raise the monies and whatnot with. Um, it's it's time for a lot of people. People try to go and everybody always ask. You know what it kind of remind me of? If I go and ask these basketball kids, I don't give a damn what how talented they are or not. If you go and ask one of these kids, you go to church or something on Sunday, pick up a look, hey, you play basketball. Hey man, what's going on? What college you going to? Oh man, I'm gonna go. You're gonna. It's almost like you're inviting them to tell you the lie. And meaning that if you ask a kid, they're gonna tell you they going to this school, they're gonna choose between this school, and this school ain't offered you. They're not even recruiting you, but they're on your list. You've narrowed your list down. Same thing is similar with insurance. You ask people, man, you got insurance? Yeah, I got insurance. I'm good. Oh yeah, I got insurance, man. I got it. Everybody think it's okay, like that's the hush up. But when it gets real and it's time, you really don't have insurance. You dead now. So now people calling around, and you got to go and patch up to go and help you get in the ground. We shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to. We can want to, but we shouldn't have to go in our pockets to meet the limit in burying a loved one. Point is, guys, check on this stuff. It's serious. It's something that needs to be done. And far too many of us don't have insurance on other. Had I was even going a step further, I was thinking about the numbers. For the sake of safe math. On that thing that I've had yesterday where it said that company that I found that sent me that thing in the mail, 18 to 24-year-old, it was $9 a month for a male non-smoker, $8 for a female. Let's say $10. Let's use the term $10 for safe math. Grassroots basketball directors. Not picking on you, but I'm just putting something in your pipe right now. How about the fees that you charge? How about add another $10 to that fee and establish a term life insurance policy on each and every one of your kids? How about that? Once again, grassroots directors or grassroots trainers, whatever your fee is per week, add another $2.50 per week. And what would that come out to per month? $10. And let's get a life insurance policy on the young fella or the young lady. What's so wrong in doing that? What is so wrong in doing that? Ladies, I'm just telling you, all you side pieces out there, right? Why don't you go and get an insurance policy on that man and make yourself the beneficiary? It might sound funny, but if something happened to that man, what you got to show for it? What you got to show for it? Side piece. Yeah, I'm just raising your antenna. It's jokingly, it's humor in it at the undercurrent, but I'm dead serious. To me, right now, I'm consciously aware. It ain't nowhere in the world. That's.
What's the next subject? Before we get out of
The next subject was voting. On the front of the Houston Chronicle today, they have an article that really caught my attention, and it says some high schools. Well, I just told it to you. You guys can read it. Check this out. Some high schools, students. Some high schools are getting students registered to vote. Some high schools are getting students registered to vote. Remember now? Remember I told you guys the where's that thing at? There you go, right there. I showed you guys this about a week ago. That with the Super 16 extravaganza coming up, these guys with Alpha Phi Alpha sent this letter. I keep it on my desk right here, and they are doing a voter registration drive at the Super 16 extravaganza on October the 4th, 5th, and 6th. The deadline to register to vote is October the 7th. So they're concentrating on these student athletes and their families that are not registered to get registered. See, think about this about election. Most people, the majority of people out there that are paying attention already know who they're going to vote for. It's the undecided block. And the block that said, I don't even, man, forget it. They ain't gonna do nothing for us. They ain't gonna do nothing for this. They ain't gonna do nothing for this. What's the plan? What's the this? Those are the people that can be converted over. All the people that ain't never voted before. There are blocks and blocks and blocks of people that have never voted before that are 17 years, 10 months old. That's when you can register to vote, as long as you're 17 years and 10 months old. So now, the reason this article was so informative because it's something that I had preached on the Chop Shop about 2 years ago about this topic, and I'm gonna quote it in the article, and as soon as I find this, here we go. It's basically, I can't find the actual quote in here. I should have highlighted it when I saw it, but I'll paraphrase and give it to you. It's a state law in Texas. In case you guys didn't know, I brought this up about a couple of years ago. It is a state law in Texas, but it's one of those laws almost like in driving. It's almost like you changing lanes without putting your signal on. It's not enforced at all, hardly ever enforced. But it's a state law that every high school, every public high school, that is, where taxpayer dollars are going to, every public high school in the state of Texas, they must provide voter registration cards or opportunities to the students who are 17 years, 10 months old, at least twice during the school calendar. You can look it up yourself if you don't believe me. It's a state law. And I said it before a couple years ago, and many of you guys probably didn't, some of you probably wasn't watching it then and whatnot. So the thing is, the principal would often delegate that authority down to the registrar, because the registrar, and they'll put those voter registration cards in the registrar's or the counselor's office. And they'll bury them because most of those counselors or registrars, what are they worried about right now? They're worried about the top 10% and the top 20% and the cum laudes and to try to get, doing the people filling out their financial aid paper or registering, helping students to register or apply, that is, for college. So they're not totally bought in far as getting their students registered to vote. This is a law that is unenforced or statewide as a whole. And the thing about it, there's no penalty or no consequence for any of the principals and their schools for not being compliant with this law. There's no penalty. If they don't do it, they just don't do it. And I'm appreciative. Scott Huddleston and Melissa Magno were the comprisers of that article because it's raising awareness in an effort to raise awareness to a lot of people that this is a right. This is you your kid can go into the office, the office, or go and see the principal and let them know where's the voter registry. I want to register to vote. They must comply at that point. They must provide that card. You can't register to vote online, guys. You can go online and print your documents to register to vote, but you can't register. You cannot register to vote online. Not in this state. I don't know about the other states. So little bitty things like that is very, very, very important. Oh man, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Thanks. Kevin Freidman just posted on one of the platforms. He's saying that on November the 5th, that's election day, that Humble ISD is going to close so that some of those teachers and eligible students will be able to go and vote.
That's good.
I
wonder where they have a voting station at that particular school anyway.
No, you got to vote. You got to vote at your where you're at based on your address and your precinct.
No, but I'm saying why? I'm talking about, do that school have voting? Some schools have voting booths there. I mean, voting polling places. Some schools are.
Which schools you know in Houston they got the polling?
Are you talking about? So in Houston, a school cannot have a polling place at a school?
No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Not sure.
But I've seen them at schools. I've seen them at a lot. I don't know the schools. I've seen them pass by them and seen them at schools before. I thought. I mean, I know
voting, because voting day.
Hightower does. Hightower does.
Yeah, I'm quite, voting is always on a Tuesday, and of course it's always on a Tuesday. The national.
Yeah, but you can vote. You can vote on two. You can go to school. That don't mean they can't have no voting. But that's. But she said Hightower does. I know schools.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't saying they didn't. I'm not saying that. Yeah, that's. But this is something that, understand, you guys have the power to go and enforce your rights, and you don't do it. Understand, these schools and these teachers and a lot of these administrators are already feel bombarded. Think about it. I just named you 4 schools that have been placed on lockdown at some point during this day, which is basically not even over yet for the school day. They still got a couple of hours left in school before they dismiss. Right, so that's the ticket on that. But you guys make sure be consciously aware and exercise your right. But anyway, it's that time, and it's time to slide on down Dino's back. Yabba dabba do this thing. It's Women Rock Wednesday. Shout out to all the ladies that came and joined us with us. Make sure you share the show on your way out the door of the Chop Shop. We'll see you guys on tomorrow. Peace. We up out here. Chop Shop.
Hit that button, Robert.
Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.